Big mountain views without the New Hampshire crowds. Come along with us as we hike Sugarloaf Mountain in New Hampshire's North Country. This afternoon we're going to be hiking Sugarloaf Mountain, which is in the North Country of New Hampshire, way up the Nash Stream Road. Not one of a place that you would generally find yourself unless you were looking for it, but it offers some amazing views. Mo, unfortunately, is down in New York with some clients for Hike On Guides. I was up winterizing the New Hampshire house. Actually got a day that is pretty beautifully late summer-like almost, with warm temps. So I'm going to take advantage of it, get out. This will be the first good hike that I've had since I fell back on the semi-pemi and hurt my leg. It's definitely not 100%, but it's pretty darn close. Plus we're going to be hiking in about a week or so down south, doing about a week-long hike on the Washita Trail. So trying to stretch my leg as much as possible to make sure everything is working right. Parking lot's on Nash Stream Road, just before where the Cohos Trail comes out. And then you just walk up the road, over the bridge, and then you're going to take a left into what looks like someone's front yard, but then you're going to continue through. The trail goes across a small stream there, and then you're in the woods ready to go. The trail follows an old road, but that doesn't mean it's an easy climb. It's about 2.2 miles from the trailhead to the top, and I think something like 16 or 1700 vertical feet. So you are going up, up, up. There is one section of up, but not super up, which I'm currently on, about a mile in. But other than that, it does not take its time, and it's definitely a Stairmaster, as you can tell from the heavy breathing. It's, I guess, a good introduction for the first hike back. Well, it is hunting season here in New Hampshire and throughout the Northeast, so it's always a good idea to wear bright shirts, bright yellow, bright orange hats. The last thing you want to do is wear brown and white so that you don't look like a deer. Well, I've made it to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain at 37:01. That should have been easy to remember, but I couldn't. Quite the climb up. So now I'm going to enjoy my sandwich, have some snacks, take in the view, though the clouds for tomorrow's storm are already moving in. So not quite as clear as it was earlier, but it's still pretty darn beautiful up here. Time for some relaxation and a late lunch. Got my handy turkey sandwich, but even better, I went and had breakfast with our friend Patrick this morning at the Water Wheel Pancake House in Jefferson, and they have the most amazing cornbread. So I got some to go, and now I'm gonna have fresh cornbread up here on Sugarloaf. The steady climb up here is well worth it because you do get some pretty awesome views. Only 2.2 miles from the road to the summit, though as you can see from the video, it's definitely some climbing along the way. It doesn't slow down at all. You go right to the top. But on a clear day, beautiful views. Even today with some clouds and overcast, it is still pretty darn beautiful. So no complaints here. I'm gonna pack up and head back down. So just in case you wanted to make dinner, looks like there's a stove right up here on top. I'm guessing it's from the old fire tower observer cabin. Somebody dragged it up here, but yeah. Leave no trace, folks. Heading back down. It got chilly pretty darn fast, so dressed up a little more warmly, and at least it's all downhill from here. I am down past the old observer's cabin, back on the old road, which will get very steep quite soon. Warmed back up after chilling out a little bit on the summit. From here, it's all downhill so far. Knee is doing well, leg is doing well, so I can't complain there. Yeah, hoping it's all back to normal after that fall. And I should probably get off the camera while walking so I don't fall again. Looks like I'm about halfway down and back into the deciduous forest, which coming up, I didn't really notice it, but coming down, those leaves just cover the trail and you kind of have to shuffle to make sure that you don't trip. Coming down the steeps, the knee is doing okay, or the leg is doing okay. I would say that the down definitely tested a little bit more, but I'm not sure if it's just not having done a lot, so it's a little stiff, or if it's the injury, but it feels more just like general stiffness. Like, Jeff, you haven't hiked in a month, and here you are testing it out. So I think that's everything. So continuing on down, almost back to the start, back to the trail junction with the Cohos Trail and the Sugarloaf Mountain Trail. So only a few hundred yards back out to the road. Leg is still doing well. Feeling pretty good. One thing to note, the last third of this trail, we had several inches of rain a few days ago, but still I think it's always pretty muddy because it was muddy last time too. Going up, it's pretty easy to pick your way around. Coming down, especially with the leaves on the trail, a little tougher. Some things to know about this hike. Nash Stream Road is a seasonal road, gravel, rough in places, but your average vehicle will do just fine. It generally opens to vehicles Memorial Day weekend and closes usually the end of November or whenever the snow starts piling up. And then it's all snowmobiles in the wintertime. So this hike is only accessible Memorial Day through November. Probably best, I would say, summertime. It just makes a nice view, nice hike. When you get back down to the trailhead, Nash Stream is right there. You can jump in and cool off. But in the fall, it's pretty too, so no problems there. Overall, I think it's 4.4 miles. I know I said 1,600 feet of elevation gain earlier. I think it's more like 11 or 1,200. I will double check and figure that out. Of course, AllTrails crapped out on me as I was coming down. I'm not sure if it likes the new iOS, so we shall try to figure that out. While I'm almost done with this hike, you can keep the hike going. Check out our hike of the Percy Peaks. And for all of our hikes up here in New Hampshire, check out the White Mountains playlist.